Today we're tackling some QSBA exam concepts that can trip people up in practice. We'll be looking at things like dashboard layouts, navigating mobile versus desktop needs, natural language analytics, and finding data gaps.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into some real problems so you can see how these topics get tested.
Yeah, these are the exact architectural decisions that separate a good dashboard from an absolute mess in the real world.
Right. So let's start with a classic friction point. A CFO wants a top-down financial view, but the regional teams need granular details. My temptation here is to just, build a massive pivot table filtered by region.
Right.
Or maybe a single dashboard with a bunch of regional bookmarks.
Yeah, it's a super common trap. A pivot table filtered by region feels very finance.
Yeah.
It's human instinct to just dump everything in a grid and let people filter.
Right. I mean, it seems easiest, doesn't it?
It does, but not if you want good architecture. You actually want a dashboard of KPIs combined with section access.
Section access.
Yeah. Think of it like a corporate lobby. The KPIs give the CFO the high-level big picture. Section access is like having secure badge access elevators.
Oh, I like that.
So when a regional manager logs in, Qlik automatically restricts their data to just their specific floor. A pivot table or regional bookmarks, they just filter a single crowded room.
Right.
They don't provide that controlled, secure, top-down navigation.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Speaking of tailoring apps for different users, what about tailoring for devices?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Say internal analysts need a global sales view, but that same sales team needs an experience optimized for mobile. My IT brain says, keep it all in one place to save on maintenance. I'd probably build one app with a mobile extension.
Right.
Or maybe throw it all into a mashup.
And that familiarity bias will cost you heavily. I mean, in traditional software development, you would consolidate.
Yeah.
But here, you need two completely separate apps.
Wait, two apps? Doesn't that just double the work?
It saves the user experience. You wouldn't build a Swiss Army knife when your analysts specifically need a scalpel for desktop data mining.
Right.
And your sales team needs a lightweight pocket knife for the road.
Oh, dude.
Trying to use mobile extensions or mashups to serve two entirely different consumption methods just clutters the interface and it bloats the load times.
I see. So separation of concerns is better than forcing a one-size-fits-all tool.
Exactly.
But if we split them into two apps, what happens when an analyst needs a specific visualization for the mobile app and the data models are completely different?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Do we have to bite the bullet and rebuild it from scratch, or could we use master items?
See, master items sound like the officially sanctioned route, so people guess that. And rebuilding from scratch is what most developers default to.
Right.
But rebuilding introduces a massive risk of configuration errors.
So what's the elegant solution then?
You literally just copy and paste the visualization, then update the data properties.
Wait, just copy and paste? It's that simple.
Exactly. Think of it like moving furniture. You don't rebuild the couch from scratch just because you moved to a new house.
Right, just move it.
You just carry it over and change the slipcover, which in this case is the data properties to match the new data model's fields. It avoids conflicts and it's infinitely faster.
I love that. So once that visual is placed in the new app, leadership eventually comes in. Let's say they're looking at a supply chain dashboard and want the total delivery cost as one overall bottom line value. If I'm building this, I might just ask them to select all the products in a scatter plot or simply add up the values on an existing line chart.
Oh man, if you make an executive manually add up line chart values, we're having a serious talk about your design choices.
Too much work for them.
Speed to insight is everything. You have to use a KPI object.
Because it's immediate.
Right. Executives need a car's speedometer. One number, instant read. They don't want to count mile markers passing by in a line chart or manually lasso data points on a scatter plot.
Right, yeah.
Those methods are way too manual for high-level leadership.
Fair enough. But sometimes executives want answers so fast, they just want to ask the data a question directly using natural language.
Yeah, that's huge now.
If I'm setting that up, I'd probably lean toward the associative engine, right, since that's the core of Qlik. Or maybe an advanced authoring tool.
Well, the associative engine powers everything underneath, so it's a very tempting distractor. But the actual feature for natural language exploration is Insight Advisor Chat.
Insight Advisor Chat.
Yeah.
How does that differ from just building them a good authoring tool?
Static authoring tools require you to predict what they want to ask beforehand. Insight Advisor Chat is essentially like texting a data-savvy colleague.
Oh, wow.
You just type, "What were sales in Q3?" and the AI dynamically generates the chart on the fly.
Speaking of dynamically searching for answers, dashboard users often need to filter many values across several fields.
Hmm.
But if you give them a dozen drop-down filter panes, the dashboard looks like a cluttered mess. I've heard of Inside Advisor and Governed Self-Service. Are those the go-to features for heavy filtering?
Those sound like fancy governance features, so they are really common guesses. But the elegant solution for keeping the UI clean is Smart Search.
Smart Search, not just letting them dig into the data model viewer.
Oh gosh, no. Users should never be in the back-end data model viewer.
Right, okay.
Smart Search is like Googling your entire data set. You just type Japan 2025 laptops, and the engine instantly indexes and filters across all those fields at once.
With all the drop-downs.
Exactly, without needing endless drop-down menus.
That's great for active searching. But what about a director who rarely opens the apps, but needs to know the second an important threshold is breached?
Right.
In traditional BI, I'd set up a scheduled weekly PDF report, or maybe configure a nice storytelling presentation.
The old school reporting anchor is strong, but by the time they read that PDF on a Friday, the threshold was breached on Tuesday. It's too late. You need alerting.
Because it pushes the data to them.
Exactly. Alerting is a real-time smoke alarm. A weekly PDF is just a fire safety report delivered after the building already burned down. And features like storytelling or bookmarks still require the director to proactively log into the system, which defeats the purpose of an automated warning.
Real-time action requires real-time triggers. But behind all those alerts is the actual data. Let's say you have a massive join table, and you suspect there are a ton of missing or null values.
Yeah, the data gaps.
My human instinct is to just open the table and visually inspect it, look for the gaps. Or maybe check the subset ratio.
Visual inspection works for 10 rows, but it's a nightmare for 10 million.
Right.
You're basically trying to squeeze every individual pore of a sponge to see if it's wet. And subset ratio is a trap. That measures key associations between tables, not nulls.
Oh, okay. So how do you actually measure it at scale?
You check the density value in the data model viewer. It's a systemic mathematical measure. It tells you the exact percentage of non-null values in that field.
Giving you an immediate health check.
Exactly. Giving you that check of your data completeness without all the manual labor.
That's all the key points we shared for the QSBA exam today. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe and leave us a comment.